just for him to gain some type of benefit for himself. That thirst, the thirst is real, bro.
Warning. If you are one that is easily triggered, click off now. These are cold facts, ugly truths, and my opinion. You've been warned.
Now I got a post that I want to touch on, and it goes, every woman needs at least one brutally honest male in her life that's gonna give her the game, even if it's not what she want to hear. With this new age social media and OnlyFans and all of these guys paying for bath water, feet pics, weird these guys telling women what they want to hear and not what they need to hear. See, there's a big difference between telling somebody what they want to hear and what they need to hear. When you're telling somebody what they want to hear, you are effectively encouraging behaviors that may not be the best behaviors. You understand what I'm saying? You are enabling a person to do things they shouldn't be doing. You are not looking out for the best interests. You want to be a yes man. We've seen what happens to people who just agree or just co-sign your bullshit. What's good for the flock is not good for the gander, or something like that. What's good for, listen, if you are encouraging certain behaviors just because somebody might have a certain amount of money or he might be taking care of you, just like, for instance, let's use Chris Brown. Chris Brown is a good guy. I'm not gonna say he's a nice guy. He's a kind guy. He's an entertainer, he's an actor, he's a dancer. And somewhere along the way, he decided to pick up gang members in his entourage. Now, did he need those guys as entourage? No. Why did he want those guys as entourage? I think to paint a certain picture, to make himself feel more macho. I don't know. Street cred. I won't really fully understand why some of these guys do the things they do after they become rich and famous. But he was going backwards. And instead of these guys telling him, hey, Chris, I don't think this is the best thing to do. I don't think that you should be throwing up gang signs and saying blood this, blood that in songs. I don't think this is a good fit for you. I don't think this is a good image. I don't believe that this is in your best interest. I know you think we cool and everything, but you shouldn't be promoting this lifestyle because you are a role model. You are a public figure and you have many children and adults alike that look up to you. And if you are showing them things that are harmful or counterintuitive to a positive message, what use are you, right? With great power comes great responsibility. And not to get off topic, but I said that to say, sometimes people will encourage things or not tell you what you should hear in fear of losing out or not being able to receive certain benefits from you. Think about it. Most people don't want to hear the truth. People can't handle the truth. People don't want to hear the truth, right? So these guys could have told Chris Brown this. Let's just say they did tell Chris this. You know, man, I don't know nothing. I'm going to go find me another set of guys. I'm going to pay them to keep me safe. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, right? And then that's basically cutting off. If he was providing a certain lifestyle for them, that is effectively cutting off something for them, right? So same thing for men with certain women. They will tell women what they want to hear, or they will tell women what they believe they want to hear in hopes of sleeping with her, getting some type of sexual benefits from her. That is not what you should be encouraging. You should be encouraging people. If they doing some bullshit, call them on their bullshit, right? You can't just call them on their bullshit any type of way. You have to, wait for the situation or the opportunity to present itself. You can't just come out of nowhere and be like, oh, I've seen you do this, that, and the third. I don't like that. I think you should switch it up, right? Because they're going to assume that you are hating on them. And people have a hard time distinguishing hate from when somebody's being constructive or giving them constructive criticism. So to alleviate that, you want to wait for an opportunity or for them to ask you for your opinion. Then you give them or give your constructive criticism, depending on the urgency. And if it's something that needs immediate attention, like, oh bro, I seen such and such, I think you should fall back on it. it's, you know, you're putting off a certain type of energy that I don't think is the best or the most positive energy, right? And hopefully this person is in the place where they can receive and take this information in, right? Because that's another part of it. You may be telling somebody what they need to hear, but if they are not in a place within themselves or a point where they are open or welcome to your opinion or your advice, any type of constructive criticism, it can backfire, right? It could jeopardize your relationship with this person, because they're gonna think that you are attacking them. They're gonna think that you're a hater. They're gonna think that you're, oh man, this dude just being negative, when that's not at all the case. You're actually trying to save them from themselves, right? But we all know you can only save you from you. But you can't knock somebody for trying. I believe that a lot of women understand that and can see when men are intentionally trying to be this certain type of guy or giving off a certain type of energy, telling what they want to hear. I think they just be playing on certain things. They be saying some bullshit, just seeing if he gonna bite, giving a man test, thinking that she's giving him or he's giving her that's right. So she'll say some things and she know damn well the shit ain't right, and he's gonna be like, oh no, it's okay, it's all good, you do you, this, that, and the third. If you need somebody, I'm there for you. They don't know what they're talking about. They have fine-tuned and they have come to be able to sense when a guy is saying things just for the benefit of himself, making you feel good for the benefit of himself. You get what I'm saying? He will tell you things that you know in your mind ain't right, just for him to gain some type of benefit for himself. That thirst, the thirst is real, bro. I'm telling you. But when you have a guy, got his check, everything together, you know, has led a life worth living, has done necessary steps to build himself, it's on his purpose, it's on his grind, has made himself him, has become him. The guy we were talking about the other day, or the guy that men want to be and the girls want to be with, he has that ability to be able to tell somebody, a woman in particular, where she's f***ing up or where her shortcomings are, right? And whether she accepts it or not, baby, it don't even matter. You should be taking advice. You should always be taking advice from people. Also, you have to be making sure you're taking advice from the right people. This yes man I was talking about, he's telling her these things for some type of benefit, whether it's sexual, he's staying with her, he's leeching off of her, using her car, you know, using her money, whatever it is, whatever he's trying to give her a coat for so that he makes her feel better, versus the guy that has the ability, or the guy that is telling her what she needs to hear to, you know, get to the next step in life, telling her, look, baby, you know, you should tone it down. You know, I'm here. I'm not going to tell you anything wrong. You could tweak it this way. You can tweak it that way. When you lay the game plan out, you follow my lead. Maybe you should not spend that money right now. Maybe you shouldn't go out tonight. When the choice is still up to you, you're letting them know, giving them direct, concise, helpful advice. And I just rhyme bars. They may not feel like that in that moment. They may feel like you're trying to be controlling or you want to be this, that, and the third, but that's what females ultimately want, right? Somebody to guide them and lead them. Because a queen can't make a king. Only a king can make a queen. Even if they are a career woman, even if they making 6+ figures a year, their natural desire is to be led by a man stronger than them. So it's not going to work for every guy, but if you can manage to be that guy that is on her right side or in a place of receiving information from you, you make sure that you let her know what it is and what it ain't, because in the long run it will benefit that person more than if you were to just tell her what she wanted to hear and just let them self-destruct. But like I said, the main thing is that they have to be open to receiving and taking in this information and applying it to themselves. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and make sure I down your eyes, girls, your T's. It's Alex. Catch you on the next one.